welcome back to Bee's Kitchen. Today we're making chicken papier. Papier means in an envelope or in paper in French. And so I just call it chicken in parchment. And it can be chicken, it could be fish, it could be just about anything you want because it's vegetables and herbs, spices, and whatever you want to make. Let's get started. The ingredients you're going to need for today's dish are chicken breast. This is one whole breast that I've cut in half and separated. So each one of those would be a serving. I have Kalamata olives. I have oregano dried, grape tomatoes, garlic, chicken chili flakes because I love spicy, olive oil for drizzling, onion powder, and white pepper and salt and garlic granules. Okay, so let's start first by pounding the chicken. And we want to pound it thin, but don't break it up. Okay, we have both of those done. And the reason why I do it in this plastic bag is because if you try to do it, you're going to have chicken juices sputtering all over you. So always do it and close it in some type of plastic. And now I'm just going to lay it on the plate until we season it. And the first thing we do is we're going to get the container out. We're going to get the container out that we're going to use to spice up, to season the chicken. And we have parchment paper, something that I keep because I do this a lot. And we can make something and make it long enough so that you can enclose it well. Because if you don't enclose it well, the juices are going to escape from your dish. Turn it over just to make it easier. Okay. Now, this is just regular parchment paper, but I also found that you can buy bags, parchment bags, because it is an envelope. And they come like this. It makes your life easier. It's a bag, put everything in, close it up, and bake. But I guess I'm used to the other ones, so I bought these, but they've been around for some time now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I have the paper so that I'm half the paper folded in half so that you know where you're going to start, and you're going to put your chicken on there first. Okay? I'm doing it for you to help you with just figuring it all out. If you have you not done this before. And we do the same thing here. Fold. And we'll sit this one here and we'll work with one at a time. Okay, and now this is such an easy dish. And now what we're going to do is, I'm not using the hand that I touched the chicken with, and I'm going to put just a little bit of oregano. I'm going to put a few olives in this dish. We're going to put a few tomatoes.
Mom, why don't you cut the tomatoes?
I don't cut the tomatoes because you may not know this, but tomato seeds are bitter. If I cut the tomatoes, you're going to get not only the bitterness of the tomato, but you're also going to get too many juices because seeds make juice. So in order to avoid that from happening, I just put the tomatoes in separately. Now, if you wonder whose that voice was, that's one of my granddaughters. That's Camila, and she's my camera and lighting person. So she's relevant to this recipe as much as I am. Okay, so now I have the tomatoes in. And then I'm going to do a few of the peppers because I love spicy. A little salt. And I always use, this is kosher salt. Pinch of garlic powder. And let's do a little white pepper. And I always use white pepper when I'm using light colored foods. When I make sauces with mayo, I do that. This is a little onion powder just to give just a little bit more flavor. And then we'll do one more pinch of the oregano. And that's the dish. We drizzle it with some olive oil, just a little. Pepper makes me sneeze.
Bless you.
Now we pull the two edges up, and this is why I told you to measure so you were right in the middle. And what you're going to do is fold down and crease. Fold down and crease. Fold down and crease. And then the last one will make it flat like this. Now, you bring your edges together. I fold them in together, and then I just bring them up. And you want them to come up because you don't want, and again, you're creasing because you don't want the juices to escape. And you're going to have plenty of juices. And then what we do is we put it in a baking pan like this. And don't forget, you can do this with tofu and veggies. You can become creative with this dish, and you can do it just about anything you like. If you want a quick dinner, you can make this the night before or the morning before, and then when you're ready, just pop it in the oven. I do suggest you take it out of the refrigerator for a while just so that the temperature lowers some. It won't be so cold when it goes into the oven. But if you don't have time to do that, make your adjustments by having it cook for just a wee bit longer. And that's parchment and papier. We're going to pop that in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. So I just took the chicken out of the oven, and I'm going to move it's not hot. The paper doesn't stay hot, so I'm taking it out. And what I typically do is I cut some of the end off. It's just easier for whoever's eating it. But you can serve it on a plate. See, the juice is starting to come out. And then I'll cut across here so we get rid of all the extra paper. And there we go. There's our chicken dinner. There's our chicken papier with fresh lemon. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you again for coming. Bye.